So for this example, 2.1, we're having a look here at another interest question, fairly similar to our example on the board. And to begin with, I want us to write down what we know. So firstly, we know that P equals 5,000 because it says $5,000 is invested into an account which earns 9% per annum added quarterly. What else do we know? Well, we need two other things. What are the other two things that we need to know in order to find out the amount that they will have in their account? What are the other two variables? I and N. Excellent. So let's work out I to begin with. What is the percentage that we're given? Well, it's 9%. Okay, so we've used 5,000. We've now got 9% here. And we know that we need to convert that to a decimal. Ian, do you know what 9% would be as a decimal?
0.09.
Yep, excellent. Oh, whoops, I was talking to the other Ian, but that's okay. You're Ian too, that's fine.
I wasn't even looking at you.
That's fine. Excellent. Okay, Montgomery this time then. What do I need to divide that by, based on what we're given in the question?
365.
No.
Really, 4.
Yeah, 4, because we're adding that interest 4 times a year. So we're going to divide that 9% by 4, which is going to give us... Oops. 0.0225. So that's our second thing. The last thing is N. How am I going to work out how many interest periods there are? What information am I going to use? We know that there's 8 years, which is good. What are we going to do here? Sophie Brown? 8 times 4, 8 years, times 4 times a year makes 32 periods. Excellent. So at this point, now we can pop it into our formula. A equals P, then in brackets, 1 plus I to the power of N. And for us, we can just pop in our values here. Is anyone going to answer for me? $10,190 and 52. Excellent. So A gives us the amount that's in the account after those 8 years, and that's what we're asked. For our second example, it's a little bit different. We are told it says find the total amount of interest added if $650 is invested for 5 years at 4.8% interest compounding monthly. So what this means is they've put in their $650, they're going to leave it there for 5 years, and it earns 4.8% per interest per year. But they add the little bit of interest after each month. Okay? So, again, we're going to write down what we know, and it's a bit similar. So, we know that P equals 650. What do we know about I? Who can tell me how you would come up with I? Holly, how would you do it?
So you make the 4.8 into a decimal.
Great, which is?
0.048.
Perfect. Yep.
And then you divide it by 12.
Great. Excellent. Because it's monthly, which gives us an answer of?
0.004.
Fantastic. And the last one is N, which is what, Tom? How would we work out our value for n for this question? What would we do?
Is it, so because you've done in monthly, would it be 5 times 12?
Great, 5 times 12, 5 years, 12 months is 60. And again, pop it into our formula. Okay, are we done? Why not? Who says no and why not? Excellent, because the question in this case doesn't say how much is in the account after those 5 years. What it does ask is how much interest did they earn. And if we know they put in $650, they got out $825.92, well, we can work out our interest. And we use a formula which is I equals A minus B, which is our $825.92 minus 650 which is 175.92. So in this one, really important that you read the question carefully. There's a few things that you need to be looking out for. I think one way that is quite helpful to do this is to perhaps underline the important bits of information. And in this question, they are the main things, I think, that are the really important bits of information. We know that $650 probably we could say is invested, because that gives us our principal. Our time is 5 years. Our interest rate is 4.8%, and it's telling us it's compounding monthly. So really important. And again, probably we could underline this bit as well, because that tells us what we're looking for, the total amount of interest. And that is about it. We're going to continue. Actually, no, we might stop there.